How are you guys doing? Welcome back. Today, we're actually going to make a base marinara sauce. You can put this stuff on everything here in Vince's kitchen. Okay, let's get into this thing. So basically, it's a basic marinara sauce. So what's happening is we're going to be sautéing up some onions, which will sweeten up the sauce. We've got garlic. We've got some fresh basil, got about a cup of water to thin out the sauce a little bit. And we also have regular tomatoes, tomato sauce and diced tomatoes. I'm actually going to break these down and mince them up a little bit. We have some oregano. We have granulated garlic. We have my favorite, no salt seasoning, black pepper, salt, and we are also going to add a little bit of dry basil to that as well. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and select a low heat. I'm gonna get that down to about 2.5 on my electric burner. I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons or so of olive oil, get that heated. Now the trick is to actually sweat the onions. So I'm gonna go ahead and add those onions, get those in there. And I'm going to add the 5 cloves of garlic. And we're just gonna let the pot get up to temperature and sweat those onions out along with the garlic. All right, so I've got the onions and the garlic sweating it out right now. You can actually, hopefully you can hear it sizzling. So what we're doing is we're waiting for the garlic and the onions, specifically the onions, to become a little bit translucent and see-through. The onions are going to sweeten up the sauce. So there's no need to put I don't know. I've heard all kinds of crazy things. People putting ketchup in their spaghetti sauce. I've heard people putting sugar. The key to sweeten up your spaghetti sauce is some yellow onions. So as those are continuing to sweat, I've already popped open the cans of tomato sauce, and then we'll get the sauce poured in there with the diced tomatoes, and then season it all up. I'm sweating up the onions right now. Got it on a fairly low heat. As the garlic and the onions start to blend together, the aroma is just absolutely amazing. Okay, the onions are coming along pretty good. They're getting to be nice and translucent. Got to be very careful not to burn the garlic. She can be a cruel mistress, ends up being bitter. Gonna go ahead and pour in our tomato sauce. Get that going. I've got roughly about 4 cans of tomato sauce here. And then I'm going to add 2 cups of water. Try to get, just to kind of thin out the sauce a little bit. Now, the longer you cook the sauce, the thicker it'll get. But I also have diced tomatoes here that I'm going to be pouring in. Alright, and we'll be seasoning that up. Give that a nice stir. We're going to add salt. Roughly, I don't know, half tablespoon to a tablespoon. A tablespoon may seem like a lot, so basically season it to taste. If you do about a half tablespoon, We're adding about the same for black pepper. Add less and you could always add more. Then of course we're going to add my favorite, no salt seasoning. I never measure. I typically little granulated garlic, a little bit of oregano, and then I'm putting in some dry basil. However, towards the end, I'm going to be adding in some fresh basil. Give that a good stir. And all of these flavors are going to start to come together. So give that a good stir, get all those ingredients nicely mixed in. And what we're going to do is going to put this on high and bring this spaghetti sauce up to a boil. Alright, so if you really want to kick up and take your spaghetti sauce up to the next level, you can always add about a half cup of wine. Continue to bring it up to a boil. Get that stirred in. A little for the sauce. And a lot for the cook. It's amazing. I love that stuff. Give it a good stir. Once again, we're just going to wait to bring this sauce up to a boil. Cheers. Okay, the sauce has come up to a boil. The next boil, we're going to do a nice stir. Get all that goodness off the bottom. And we're going to go ahead and lower the heat down. And we're going to go to about a medium low to a low. And we're going to get that pasta to simmer, or that sauce to simmer. Stirring, getting all those flavors in there. It'll simmer for roughly about 45 minutes. Go ahead and put the lid on there. Okay, so now we've been simmering roughly about 35 minutes. Stirring occasionally every 5 to 10 minutes. Simmering helps the sauce thicken up. So now we're into the last 5 minutes. We're into the home stretch. And this is about the time where I add in some fresh basil. So I'm just basically going to just rip this apart and then stir that in so that it can extract that beautiful basil taste. Basically 4 or 5 of these, no more than that. Stir that in. Let it finish simmering for the last 5 minutes, and we'll have ourselves some great marinara sauce. All right, so we're done with the 45 minutes. Give it a good stir. And you can already tell that the sauce has thickened up a bit. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Oh, that's on point. Absolutely delicious. Now this marinara sauce can be used on anything. Baked pasta, spaghetti, chicken parmesan, veal parmesan. This is an all-purpose spaghetti sauce. If you have a little bit extra, you can always freeze it and then warm it up, defrost it, and then throw it on some spaghetti later on. Hey, so I hope you enjoyed and got something out of this episode of Vince's Kitchen. I'm just about done here, and well, so is this bottle of wine. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and definitely leave your comments down below. Thanks for coming to my party. Love you, mean it.